For the next 2 weeks, beginning today, the youngsters have joined us, so come watch them play on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Hi, thank you very much. You're in the holiday mood. Thank you. You're very kind. What a good group. Yeah, I think we're all getting in the holiday mood about now. Thank you so much, Gene Wood. Good to see you. And we're all decked out for Christmas. And as I mentioned on Friday, for the holidays, a lot of youngsters are home from school. And I know people have written in before and said, gee, you really enjoyed it during the summer vacation. We had the young people on. So that's what we're doing over the Christmas holidays. Some good young people. They're going to play along. And let's get started right now. Let's open up the board, get to the cards. Go ahead. Janice, hello. Start loading in. We'll meet our first two young card sharks. This is Mitch Silva. Hi, Mitch.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Won't you tell us about you, sir?
Okay, I'm Mitch Silva, and I live in Encino, and I go to Brentwood School. I love animals, especially dogs, and I have 2 dogs. I enjoy sports, especially tennis, swimming, and baseball, and I have a super family, even my sister.
Even your sister?
Right.
Even her? Why do you say even your sister?
Well, sometimes she's not so super.
Oh, yeah. She's still your sister, though, right?
Right.
Here's a nice young lady. We'd like to say hello to Gina Graham. Hi, Gina. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Got you up there a little perch there, huh, Gina? What about you?
Hi, my name is Gina Graham, and I go to Magnolia Junior High School. I'm in 7th grade, and I enjoy cheerleading. I like to cheer for football and basketball, and I also like to play. And I like a lot of animals, especially cats and rabbits.
Yeah. Is it tough being a cheerleader?
No, it's fun.
Yeah, I imagine it would be getting out there and jumping around and
Yeah.
everything. Now, you guys can relax, right? You know, as we always do, we play the best 2 out of 3. But in the case for the young people, because we want you to be totally at home and comfortable, we're going to play 2 matches. We'll play a best 2 out of 3, and then the winner plays the money cards. Then the other one comes back, we play another match.
Okay.
So you got nothing to be afraid of, right? Okay?
Right.
You cut the cards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck. Let's get started. And, oh, G2T2 is all set for the holidays. I think he looks very nice, doesn't he? Looks very good for Christmas. Okay. Here we go. Best 2 out of 3. We start. We had a coin toss to decide who plays red and who plays blue. And Mitch, it means we start with you. Mitch, we asked 100 married women. Do you have your husband wrapped around your little finger? How many women claim they do have their husband wrapped around their little finger?
Well, I think nowadays that most women usually do have their husband wrapped around their finger because they're always the one that are saying that they want the divorce, usually. And so...
That's what they're all saying. Huh? Mitch lives in California, friends.
So I think that would be a pretty high number, about 62.
62 out of 100 women claim they have their husband wrapped around their little finger, Gina. Higher or lower?
I agree with Mitch. But I think that even if they did, I don't think they'd really want to admit it, so I think it'd be a little bit lower.
Ah. You planning on wrapping your husband around your little finger someday?
But I'm not going to tell him.
Oh, I see. Smart girl is Gina. If it's lower, then Gina, you'll play your cards. If not, it'll be Mitch with his. And, of course, anytime you can hit it right on the head, that's a $500 bonus. That would help with the college a bit. 62 and lower. The actual number of women who have their husband wrapped around their little finger is 22. Very much lower. Gina may be right. Women's intuition there. She's not going to tell him. Gina starts off with a 7.
Change that card.
Anytime you win the question, you can change it, and a great change for the 4.
Higher.
She says. No, 3 is not higher. Mitch right away gets a break, a free chance for the 4.
All right, that's a great card. Let's go higher.
Higher than a 4. It's a
All
jack.
right. Lower.
Risking it lower. It is a 3.
Go higher.
Higher than a 3. A 9.
Freeze. I'll freeze.
And we'll move over the freeze bar to protect that position for Mitch, who now needs 1 card for the first game. Gina, this to you. Now, Gina, we've all heard the lyrics from the song Santa Claus is Coming to Town, right? They go, he knows when you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. We asked 100 first graders, do you really behave better when it gets close to Christmas? How many first graders admitted they do behave better the closer it gets to Christmas?
I think they would because they're not going to behave good all year round, so why not go ahead and be good by Christmas? That way they'll get more presents. So I think that it's...
Somehow I thought Gina would say that after her answer.
I think that it's going to be a very high number. I say it'll be around 80.
80 out of 100 first graders said they behave better.
Well,
as it
I
gets
agree
closer
with
to
her
Christmas.
that most of them would because a lot of them believe in Santa Claus. But I think 80 is too high, so I'm going to say it's a little bit lower.
A little lower than that? Think she went too high? They don't have a lot of confidence in your answer, Mitch. The actual number of first graders who behave better the closer it gets to Christmas is 92. Gina and our audience was absolutely right. So it is Gina who needs to catch up with a 4.
Higher.
With a 4. This time it is with an 8.
3.
And Gina wants to keep Mitch away from his cards, so she freezes. Question 3 will be coming at you in a moment right after this. So we're in the middle of the first game over a couple of weeks with our young people, and here's the way we stand. Mitch needs 1 card. Gina needs 3. We pick up with question 3. It goes to Mitch. Mitch, we asked 100 bachelors, have you ever actually said, I'll never understand women. How many bachelors have said, I'll never understand women?
Well, that'd probably be a relatively high number because a lot of bachelors, they know a lot of women, and women can sometimes drive them crazy. So, and it's hard to understand why they want to do that. So that'd probably be a pretty high number, about 61.
61. Do you understand women, Mitch?
No.
Not at all?
No.
We go to the woman now. What do you think?
I agree with Mitch. I think that a lot of, like, maybe they'll ask him to marry him or something, and they'll say no, and they just can't understand why. So I agree, and I think it's even going to be higher.
Higher than that.
Yeah.
The actual number of bachelors who have said, I'll never understand women is 65, just a little higher. Well, Gina, you've got an 8.
Change that card.
Now she can get rid of that middle card. A 2 is a great
higher.
Higher than a 2. A 9.
Freeze.
And now with some very good playing on the part of both players. Mitch needs 1, Gina needs 2. Both have a bad base card of 9. Sudden death. Someone has to win this game on this play of the cards. Gina, we asked 100 single women. You're single, aren't you, Gina?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just let me check that. 100 single women. Is it important that the man you marry be rich? How many women said it is important that the man they marry be rich?
Well, even if money is getting to be a big deal now, I think love would be more
it
important.
is, it is.
I think love would be more important to make sure that they have somebody they love, whether they're rich or not. So I say, well, what do you
How many say that it is important that he be rich?
I say it's going to be a low number. I say about 15.
15 out of 100 women say it's important that he's rich.
Love is really important, but, you know, with inflation and everything, it is kind of... So I think it's going to be higher.
Higher. Very pragmatic view on the part of Mitch, facing the realities of the day. 15 and higher. The actual number of single women who said it is important that the man they marry be rich is 20, just a little higher. But Mitch gets control in sudden death. Mitch, you have a 9. You could, of course, change it if you'd like. You need only 1 card. Gina, if she had to, has to play the 9. She needs 2 cards. You've got control. Play it or pass it.
I think I'll pass it.
You're going to pass it.
Yeah.
Gina, get them both. You win the game. 1 mistake, the game belongs to Mitch. With a 9.
Lower.
She says lower. It is a 6.
Higher.
Is it higher for the game? No, it's not. And Mitch wins it in sudden death. Couldn't turn that last card over. So, it is game 1 going to Mitch. And now we'll deal out the same 2 decks of cards as Janice deals out the next cards off the top of the deck. And anytime you can remember what's been played, it could help. Mitch, we start game 2 with you. Mitch, we found 100 people who work as a department store Santa Claus. And we asked them, has a suspicious child ever tried to pull off your beard? How many department store Santas that a suspicious child has tried to pull off their beard?
That'd probably be a relatively high number because, you know, children are really curious to see if that's really Santa Claus. So a lot of them probably, you know, would have had the beard try to pull off. So I think it's going to be pretty high, about 58.
58 out of 100. Santas have had that happen to them.
I think it's going to be a little bit higher because kids really are curious to see if that's Santa Claus or if that's just some man. So I think it's going to be even higher.
Even higher than that?
Yeah.
I know that I tried last year to pull off the beard of the department. It didn't come off, and she didn't like it at all that I tried to pull. 58 and higher. The actual number of department store Santas who said a suspicious child has tried to pull off their beard is 51, just a little lower. Mitch starts off game 2 with an ace.
Oh, right. Oh, that is great. Let's go lower.
Lower than the ace, a queen.
All right. Good card. Let's go lower.
Risking it lower, a 5.
All right. Higher.
Oh, he's a gambler. Higher. It's a 6.
Freeze. I have to freeze.
Were they trying to talk you into something,
Yeah.
Mitch?
They're not up here.
We'll find that. That's right. Mitch says they're not up here, so there. We'll be right back. Right after this. Thank you, Gino. Yeah, I mentioned that specifically because sometimes people at home say, gee, I didn't know, or I would have had my youngster come down. Well, now you know, so drop us a line from out of town or wherever you are, okay? Here we go. Mitch has game number 1, and Mitch now needs just 1 card for game 2. And Gina, we'll go to you. Gina, we asked 100 married women. Do you let your husband think he's the boss in the family, even though you know it's really you? I remember what you said with the last one, Gina. How many women said they do let their husband think that he's the boss?
Well, I think that they would want to keep their husbands happy and let them think they're the boss, and maybe sometimes they even are, but I don't know. So I say it's going to be a pretty high number. I'd say about 60.
60 out of 100 women said they do let their husband think he's the boss, Mitch.
Well, I think that with women's lib and all, they don't want to show that the men could be, you know, better than them. So I think it's going to be even lower.
Lower. You figure that if they're the boss, they're going to tell him, huh? The actual number of married women who said they let their husband think he's the boss is 69, not lower, it's higher. And it's Gina, who in game 2 has a 6.
Change that card.
Can she improve it? Ooh, up the middle with an 8.
Bad card. Lower.
Lower, she says. No, 10 is not lower. There's a big break for Mitch. He has a free chance to call off the 6 for the match.
Let's go higher.
Is it higher? Yes! Mitch wins it. He gets the first crack at the big money. Gina, we're not going to say goodbye to you. We're just saying so long, because after Mitch plays the money cards, you can come back and play the match, all right? So we'll see you in a little while, Gina. Don't you go too far, love. And Mitch, you come on down here with me. Mitch Silva. Got $200 already, Mitch.
That's great.
Now, we know with the money cards, we mention this from time to time, of course, there's $28,800 that could conceivably be won up there. That's a lot of money, so as we always do with the young people, we have one of the parents come up, so we're going to invite Mitch's father to come on up here and play the money cards with him. Hello there. You are? Very Silpa. Very nice to have you here with us. You're a fine young man, now. You cut the money cards?
Yeah.
All right, let's get the Silpas over there to play the money cards. Let's wish them well. Come on, gang. Here we go. Sure, hop right on up there, Larry. Two of you can share that microphone as we deal out the cards that you cut. We're going to give you $200 of new money. You pocket that $200 you've already got, Mitch. You decide how you want to bet them. $200 on the second level. Minimum bet's $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet where you must risk at least half the money. Now remember, unlike the main game now, we want to give you every opportunity, so if you get a tie, you don't lose, your bet just carries over. All set?
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's $200. And, of course, also to help you along on that score, you can change your base card on each level if you need to. Thank you, Lois. We'll start Mitch off with 200 and a queen.
Good card. We're going to bet $150 lower.
$150, say the Silpas. Lower. Yes,
All right.
queen.
All of it higher.
Oh, they're gamblers. $700 if this card is higher, and it is with a king.
All of it lower.
And now a bigger bet with $700 lower. Yes. $1,400. We move up to 10. Give you the other 200. Do you want the 10?
Change that card.
Did well on the first level. How are they going to do in this level? Starting with a 3.
$1,500 higher.
$1,500 higher than a 3 and 8.
All of it lower.
Trying to double that 3,100. Yes, but it's still a good card with 6,200.
$5,000 lower.
$5,000 in the turn of this card. Come on, be there lower. Yes! Already $11,200, and we move up.
Change that card. Change it.
Change before. Let's see a good change right now. Small conference. It's a lot of money, gang. I don't blame you.
$11,000 lower. Higher.
$11,000. Is this card higher than a 3? $22,200. Larry, Jeremy, come on down here with me. Where'd it go, Larry? That took a lot of guts. And with the 200 in the game, Mitch, I think you about took care of college right now. $22,400. We'll be back with a second match with Mitch and Gina. We might be able to do it again right after this. Gina Graham has joined us again as we play the second match with she and Mitch. Listen, I just want to let you know, our staff, I almost lost my voice there, rooting for you there, Mitch. Our staff has just checked. Now, we've had the young people on over the last 3 years in various times during this. Just want to let you know that is the biggest single win by a young person we've had on the show. That is nice. You ever earned that much money before, Mitch?
I never won anything.
Never won anything. Okay, here come 2 brand new decks of cards, and we're all set to go again. Gina, maybe it'll be your turn this time. Of course, you're going to get another crack, as once again, we play the best 2 out of 3, and we start with Mitch. Mitch, we asked 108-year-old boys, have you ever shaken one of your Christmas presents so hard that you actually broke what was inside? How many 8-year-old boys have shaken one of their presents so hard they broke it?
Oh, that would probably be a high number because they're really curious to finding out what it is. And if it's breakable, they're going to shake it pretty hard to, because they really want to find out. So that'd be a pretty high number, about 57.
57 out of 108-year-old boys have done that, Gina.
Well, I think they'd want to know what it is, but I don't think they're going to shake it hard enough to break it. So I think it's going to be a little lower.
A little lower than that?
Lower.
The actual number of 8-year-old boys who have shaken one of their presents so hard they broke it is 6. That's all. But nonetheless, if you've got your tree up out there and the presents are under it, don't shake. Gina, you start off with a queen.
Lower.
Lower than a queen. A 5.
Higher.
You're going to risk it. And no. Had to be higher when you call it over here, so it's a free chance for Mitch at an 8.
Higher.
Higher than the 8. That's a king.
So lower.
Lower than a king. 4.
Higher.
Higher than a 4. A 6.
Freeze.
Mitch has great good fortune with those cards. And, we've got a little visual here for you. Let me get this out. Now, take a look at this picture, Gina. As you all know, this is a picture of Bugs Bunny, right? A little limp-wristed, but Bugs Bunny nonetheless. Well, we asked 100 grown-ups, who is this? How many grown-ups knew that this is Bugs Bunny?
Well, Bugs Bunny's been around a long time, so I'm sure they watched him when they were kids and watched him in cartoons. So I think it's going to be a high number, about 85.
85. Even the grown-ups knew, Mitch.
Well, I agree with her that, you know, it's been around a long time and they've all known about it, but 85 is a really high number, so I'm going to say it's lower.
Lower than that. Mitch, you think more children would know than grown-ups?
Yes.
All right, let's find out here with the grown-ups. The actual number of grown-ups who knew this is Bugs Bunny is 66. Mitch is right. It is lower. Only 2 out of 3 grown-ups. Mitch, you got a 6.
Well, let's change that card.
And the 6 becomes a 7.
Okay, let's go higher.
If it's higher, Mitch has the game and another $100. No. Tough change for Mitch, but a good break for Gina with a queen.
Lower!
Lower than a queen, a 9.
Freeze!
And I will fill in the spaces for Mitch. And question 3 to you, Mitch. No, we won't get the question 3 because Corey's waving a card at me saying commercial. We'll be right back right after this. Well, we got off to a great start for the holidays with our young people. We'll continue tomorrow. Nice people in the audience, some from Rainier, Oregon, and we have a group from Brea Olinda High School Band from Brea, California. Thank you for joining us. Stay with us for the entire holidays on Card Shark. Bye-bye for now.
Tired of going to the same place every New Year's? Then get on board for the GSN New Year's Getaway. New Year's Eve, party on the Nile with 7 hours of the $100,000 pyramid. Then New Year's Day, we fly south of the border for a 3-hour Lingo fiesta.
El fuego de Lingo.
After that, say aloha to never-before-seen episodes as Lingo goes Hawaiian. This New Year's, GSN is taking you to places you'll never forget.
Perfect.
The New Year's Getaway starts with the pyramid at noon on New Year's Eve day and continues with special exotic episodes of Lingo at 3 p.m. New Year's Day, only on GSN.